Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. Just to let you know, my throat is being a little tricky, so every once in a while I may need to take a pause and have some tea. It's just really dry, and I think I'm getting just a mild version of what my family had, so just bear with me. And I also want to give you a quick fun reminder about the Golden Coin Zodiac contest. So I'm going to be announcing the winners today. I'll probably double the winners. I was going to have 3, but I'll have 3 this week and 3 next week. So if you want to enter it, I have all 12 zodiacs in these gold coins, and they're really beautiful and they're amazing. And I wanted to do a giveaway because you guys were saying how much you liked them. All you have to do is go over on my Instagram and put your sign down and where you live under the contest. You'll see it. It has contests, so on and so forth. It's Christmas season, so I want to do this. I'm going to be having jewelry giveaways, like fun bracelets. I've been making these things that look like jelly beans, and I love them. You know, I like to use agates and chalcedony and sea glass and all kinds of fun stuff, but I'm really into like jelly bean colors and Easter colors right now too, so I'll do some Christmas ones as well, but I'm gonna have lots of contests. But I run them over on Instagram because it's really hard to follow the hundreds of comments over here and pick out winners, so that's the format I use. So come on over there, my links are down below, and if you want to know what it is, it's just Spark Crystal 11, because I love you guys and I just want to show you my appreciation. Okay, so I'm gonna cut all the chit chat because I don't know how long my voice lasts. But today's reading is just going to be about, you know, what message Spirit wants you to hear. I just woke up in a really good mood. I was excited about the moon is absolutely crazy. I dropped Hagen off at the bus stop, and it seems like 4 or 5 times. I live on the eastern seaboard, and it seems crazy. Comment down below if you saw the full moon while it was still dark outside and how insanely beautiful it was. It was really amazing. But I read this thing this morning, you guys, and I thought it was really, really true to how I'm feeling and what's going on and what I'm noticing with some of my clients. So it's one of those things that if we want to mature, all we have to realize is that not every situation needs a reaction, especially this time of year. Sometimes we have to let people do the things they do and mind our own business. Family members, you know, if it's not harmful or it's not like drugs or it's not like super distracting, just let other people be people. Because I'm noticing too, I have 1 or 2 people that I deal with, and they love to correct everything, or they like to dissect. And now listen, I'm not messing around. I'm not somebody who likes to debate. I don't want to get in and change anybody's opinions politically or anything like that. I never discuss politics. So when people bring that up and then they start to get argumentative and self-righteous about stuff, I'll just shut your ass down. I'm not even talking to you, because that's not something I like to deal with. I like peace and calm, and I feel like that's sort of what this is saying. You know, if anybody tries to get in your face and be like, oh, you know, very self-righteous or whatever, let them just run their steam out and run their mouth until they get tired, because what can happen is they want to pull you in. They want to take that energy. They want attention. So what you have to do, you know, I have people around me out in the world and stuff, and they just like attention. And when they just start to talk crazy stuff, just nod your head and say, oh, I'm very glad you have that opinion. It's nice to have strong opinions. But you'll have these people that just try to convince you of things or draw you in. So save your energy. I'm minding my own business like a friggin' gladiator here, because it does, you know, it takes self-control definitely, because people like to try to press buttons and triggers and stuff. And we all know the state of the world isn't perfect. But when people go around trying to convince other people of their viewpoint, it can be very draining. So this time of year, I'm talking about maybe the Christmas table. If you have that zany relative that just, you know, can't dial it down, just nod your head and enjoy your delicious pumpkin pie or whatever you eat. I'm literally already getting riled up like a spazoid. All right, I gotta calm down. It's this full moon. I'm serious. I get like Wolverine. I'm like, I get so many ideas. And then I got so mad because my voice was like cracking. And I'm like, oh, I can't have anything happening, because another announcement. There's spaces left, you guys, for my full moon readings. My rates are the same as they are under links, but I do them tonight. Like as soon as the sun goes down, I just read. I'm very nocturnal, so that's why I only, you know, like allow room for 6 or 7 of them, because I'm not trying to work all into the night. But I love the energy so much, and that's all I ever really want to do on full and new moon Evenings is read, because the channeling is spectacular. I mean, the details and everything that come in, the veil is very thin for me. And it's also very like tiny minutia detail that's really beautiful. So I do have some room left, you guys, if you want to email me and just ask and send me your questions. Okay. So I'm really loving this. Here are our topics, you guys. So we have number 1, which is dream. It's also a number 26. Number 2, universal light, also a 34. And number 3 is I am presence, number 30. I'm going to talk a little softer like this. I'm feeling when I modify my voice, it's not as strenuous on my vocal cords, because every once in a while they're just like, I'm going to close now, okay? And I'm like, okay. All right, and I'm going to do a fun format. Somebody had mentioned once to remove the other cards when it's that number's turn, so they can get the full spectrum. And I'm also widening the variety of cards that I'm using, and I want to get an overall picture, and I really like this method. So we're going to start with number 1, which is dreams. Okay, and I'm just going to clear these out of the way. So I hope you all are doing good and you've been feeling good, and you're not overwhelming yourself this holiday season, because what's important is that we're caring for our mental health, that we're taking it easy, that, we're not somebody's dog's body. When we feel like we've had enough, work or otherwise, we're saying, no, thank you, I'm good. I'm at a point where I'm pretty saturated. Absolutely stand up for yourself. You are the most important you have. So this is all about really caring for yourself and your mental state and making sure that you're looked after. Again, dress warm. I don't know what the hell was going on this morning, but the temperature dropped by 30 degrees. Yesterday it was almost 60. Today it was 24. He wore a blanket over his coat in the car. It was so funny. Okay, so we're going to start with this, and then I'm going to have the tarot. Okay, so what do we have? We have sphere. We have she who emerges, Kamala, enlightenment, mindfulness, and rise up. Absolutely a change in the wind and intuition. This group, you're moving into a heightened state of awareness in a really spectacular fashion. You're not messing around anymore. I feel like there's going to be a lovely contentment traveling over you and in different arenas of your life, your professional, personal relationships, your monetary considerations, group associations, home applications, everything that you're doing. No more interdependence. You're the captain of your ship right now. You are really, really determined to move forward and tap into these gifts, because this is coming. You're going to actualize a whole new person within your kind of molecular structure. Like, hey, listen, when I pause and I really listen to my intuition, I feel like the stress is relieved. I feel like I know what's going on. I have my bearings. Things aren't so off center. I feel really calm and collected, because again, we're not interfering in other people's lives. We don't really care what's going on. People can have their opinions. We don't need to get triggered by them, right? We can just breathe it away, right? I love this. She who emerges, you have a brand new person. He who emerges. And I want to thank all you new male viewers, because there's a lot of you, so I'm going to make sure that I'm saying he and she both as well, because I'm noticing that on my comments that a lot of males are here too. So welcome and thank you, because this is for everybody. And your comments are important. My effect on you, and if you can implement these steps, and if they're helping you in some way, is very important to me. So I read every comment. I can't always get to them within the first 3 or 4 days, but I read them and I respond, because your growth, how I impact your lives, is very important. That's why I'm very careful with my words, and the majority of everything I say is positive, because I believe that the power of suggestion is huge in this world. When we say something like, listen to these words: happy, grateful, joyful, living, sunshine, how you feel when you hear those, right? Now just take the opposite: muddy, gloomy, dour, mean, how you feel with that. If you see those, you love the happy, warm, ebullient music, all the things that are like, silver to your ears, that make you happy. So that's why I like to begin the day with that, because I know your life is filled with all these composites of some crazy people, some nice people, some this and that. And I try to set you up for your day with a really strong mindset, because the information you put in your head, I feel like it's like gas and fuel you put in your car. If you put in low grade information, you're not going to be running so hot, right? So we're trying to put you with some high octane fuel here. Let's go. Because look at this sphere. So you're definitely feeling like everything in this beautiful circular fashion right now. What's coming around is going around where you planted seeds, where you were looking out for yourself, doing things healthy, you're going to see this beautiful person. You're going to recognize yourself as somebody you're proud of, and that you're going to be able to walk with your head held high. And it only takes a little bit of discipline and focus. And you're going to, sometimes it's scary, you guys. You've been commenting everywhere. I feel crazy because, I'm out in public. I always feel like loved and cared for. And like there's these entities and spirit around me, keeping me safe. And I have conversations and laugh with them. I am never bored alone. I literally feel like I have the Muppets in my head and around me big time. So, embrace that. You're not alone. You're embraced by this whole spherical galaxy of entities and spirits that love and rejoice in all your successes. You're going to have a lot of enlightened moments where all of a sudden you react differently and you're so proud of yourself. You're like, wow, normally that would trigger me or bother me, but I took a pause and a breath and I said, whose energy is this really? Like, what does this person hope to gain from this conversation, action, whatever? And your brain will say, you know what? They just want attention. They just want a response. They want someone to engage and fight with. They want somebody's sympathy. And then you'll either have empathy and sympathy if that's warranted, or you'll have walk away. I got to tell you, I've stunned so many people that I worked with that have like talked to me and I know they just want to engage negatively or whatever. I used to always wear glitter and all this fun stuff. So if you get somebody who's just wants to irritate you, they say something, I literally don't respond. I look at them, I give them a good stare for like 10 solid seconds, and I just spin on my foot and I go the opposite direction. No answer often is way more impactful than trying to engage with somebody who's low vibrational, and you're not going to do that. You're rising up and your light is going to be so bright, you're going to be feeling so good that you're not going to see any of these bottom feeders and these low vibrational people. Doesn't register with you. You do not have time. Your intuition is on fire. I'm loving this. And look at your overall energy. This is crazy. I'm so excited. So you have the Hierophant and the King of Wands. So you guys, this group too, you're drawing in love. You really are. You're drawing in a suitor. I can see one specific suitor, and I feel like with the Hierophant, this is your soulmate. You guys have been activating these soulmates like gangbusters. So all I'm going to say on this is keep up the good work, because it's your envisionment process, it's your manifestation. This is also your energy coming through, that you feel fortified in what you're doing. You feel good, you feel elevated, you feel spirit with you, you're reaching for what's right for you and helps you. You have the keys. Every Hierophant card has keys. They have the keys to the kingdom. They have what it takes to find out what they need to do the best job where they are, and to read information emotionally and enrich their life in a really beautiful way. So you have new patterns coming up that are happy and healthful. So again, you're always, it only takes a little discipline and focus and dedication. And when you're flexible, you're going to have a lot more resilience, and you're feeling that everything about this card is saying massive spiritual elevation. And with that is coming in your soulmate. So spectacular. You guys, comment down below if you chose group 1, because I'm really excited for you. And also if you are undergoing these kind of strange metamorphoses where all of a sudden you have deep understanding of something that used to irritate you. Now you just know, you get it. That aha moment. You feel restful, and you're like, and that's not to say it's always constant, because even yesterday I was like, I just was in a weird state of agitation for a couple hours because I knew I had quite a bit to do. And I just got myself worked up, and then I was like, you know what? You don't really have to do any of this. Like right now, you can relax and sit down, but our brain pushes us. So when we stop and we pause, we're like, we know that we can do what we want when we want to do it. We're the navigator. So absolutely beautiful energy. Group 1. I am loving that. Look at this King of Wands. This is definitely indicative of your soulmates coming in, male or female, for sure, you guys. You have the keys. They're always with us. We just need to slow down sometimes. Massive change in the wind. You feeling good? Enlightened, your intuition on fire. All right, I need to have a little cough in a second while I'm laying out the next cards. Yeah, you guys. It was so funny. My whole family had this kind of crazy flu, and I was like, oh man, I better not come down with that. So they had it weeks ago, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to get it. But then last night, when I was talking and doing a private video, I was like, oh no, I had to keep stopping, and I was like, oh crap. So I think if I just implement a little self-care, slow down, and take it easy, everything will be all right. But I do have to slow my roll. So if I'm going to try to tape a couple extra tapings today, just in case there's an issue. and my voice goes away. Ooh, look at this. Okay, group 2, you have listening, Mother Earth, I am presence and abundance. So this is amazing. So by you being present and aware, knowing you are present, that you affect people around you, and in most cases, always for the best. You are a great listener. I feel like when somebody is going through an issue, you stop, you slow down, you're caring, you're nurturing, and people really respond to that. You help other people in need, and people really respect that and they revere you for that. And I feel right now you're going to assess yourself and your actions fully and be really, really mindful of what you're doing, and it's going to create beautiful results. Abundance. I feel like financially you're going to get a foothold the way you wanted to, and you're going to have an influx of that as well. But abundance is how whatever we perceive. So if you want harmony within your family, peace of mind, a lot of you guys, it's life path purpose right now. A lot of you are commenting, you're on the verge of finding something out. And oftentimes right before that occurs, we feel a little unshaky. We feel a little shaky and unsteady because we're like, is this really it? We question ourselves. We get overcritical. This is a time to just embrace these killer new opportunities. New love is coming in, increased energy. I feel like spiritual awakening. You're learning your potential, all of this. With I am presence and abundance, that's you knowing how to use the law of attraction and how to manifest. Like you just get it. Your thought patterns, basically, I'm going to have a great day. I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to feel good. I'm going to see some good friends. I'm going to relax and watch a great program. I'm going to love my animals. I'm going to be relaxed if I'm in my car and there's traffic. I'm going to listen to some great, Christmas music. I'm sure a lot of you guys are Christmas music out. My husband's like, I think it's been playing for like a century. I don't even know what's happening anymore. And I was telling Hagen too, I'm like, I feel like it's already Easter because Christmas was so long ago in the stores. But again, with your Mother Earth, I feel like you're going to be really grounded and connected. And that helps you learn what's important and what you really need and want, as opposed to going in 50 million directions looking for crazy stuff. I feel like this is a time of nostalgia, happiness, memories, celebrations, just feeling good. I feel like you're a generous person anyway, but you're really excited. But again, fulfillment, good luck, and rewards big time with this layout. So I want to see what's coming for you in terms of your next grouping. So you have Yin, Treasure Island. Yeah, dude, you got some crazy good stuff coming. This is so good. The Chocolate Brownie Fairy. Yeah, you're feeling, just resplendent. Now, let me pull these all together for you. So Yin and Treasure Island, first of all. Treasure Island is you taking a departure for anywhere that you feel is devoid of love, affection, all of that stuff. You are moving away from any confusion or anything like that, and you're moving to pastures new, things where you feel fulfilled, new path. You have a guide that's coming for you. I feel like you have an earth angel in form of a friendship or a new love that's coming for you that's going to open your eyes to all these spectacular possibilities out here. And the Chocolate Brownie Fairy, sweet things lie ahead. People want to give you things. Say thank you. Have gratitude. Don't ever second guess or look a gift horse in the mouth. Be very thankful. I do that too. If somebody hands me whatever, I'm like, thank you so much. I get so excited by offerings. I just call them offerings. Like, it's amazing. Like when Lisa was sending me her candle she made, and I want to promote this book for a sweet viewer too, who was writing her journey with her son with autism. Absolutely spectacular. You guys, I'm so proud of you, and you're so amazing, and I'm so thankful of that. So again, the Yin energy, receiving, taking things, and people are going to be offering you stuff. And generosity, sometimes giving for some people is such a heart-rich endeavor for them that when we receive it really gratefully and gracefully and we show the gratitude, it makes their day. Like oftentimes I remember popping into someplace, old employers or someplace, and bringing flowers, and when you see people's like faces and they're super psyched to see you and they're hugging you and like they're just all eyes on you and like listening to you and they're excited to see you and they're excited you brought them things, it's such a wonderful feeling. You actually feel like on an adrenalized high because it's so wonderful to have that interchange of energy, the giving and receiving. And that's going to be part of your treasure island. You're going to feel really enriched. People want to give you things. They want to be around you. They're excited to see you, and you're going to feel good. Oh my gosh, look at this energy. Holy cow. The last group I thought was good, but you guys are freaking stellar. You have the Queen of Earth as well as the Empress energy. So again, I feel like there's going to be proposals. If some of you guys were wondering if somebody was going to propose or marriage was in the offing in 2020, for a great many of you, it definitely is. You have kind of ascended to this level where you're like, oh my God, I know my worth. I know I'm a beautiful, valuable human being. Yeah, sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm overcritical if my hair's jacked up to next week and I don't know what's happening. Like, I can't even tell you. It's so weird. I feel like I have such a high spectrum of different looks. Like one morning I can look at myself and I literally look like that old crazy woman in Annie, the one that like beats the children and makes them scrub the floor. I look like her. And then other days I look like little orphan Annie. It's like I can't even tell what I'm going to wake up to anymore, depending on how I sleep. So you're evaluating yourself very kindly when you look in the mirror, because you realize we're not all these parts and pieces. We are this beautiful collective of energy, and sometimes we feel truly gifted in how we can pick out our outfits, display ourselves, and be looking fine. Other days, it just is what it is. We have time constraints, but you don't care, and you've elevated to this thing where take it or leave it, people. This is what you get. I'm a miraculous human being, but I'm allowed to look like, I don't know, Mickey work on crack. So you're gonna love this. Here we go. You know what I mean? We have these days, like, I dread sometimes in the supermarket, I'm like, please don't let me run into any of my kids' teachers or whatever, and they'll be like, so your mom's living in a dumpster or what? Because I just grab whatever. But this Empress energy is, you feel proud, like your demeanor is different. You're like, nobody is gonna push in these boundaries, nobody's taking advantage, nothing shady happening here, no way. I am receiving these gifts. And you're going to feel like a woman or man of splendor. Like, wow, I didn't realize people appreciated me to this degree. And a big deal of this will be shown around the holiday times, how much people really respect, revere, and love you. And you're going to feel good and elevated. And you should, because you're someone who's given for many, many years, and probably people entitled, either family members or friends, like, thank you, thank you, thank you. But very little return. They're really big on the withdrawals, but not so big on the deposit. So now it's your turn, and you're like, yes, please, thank you. And look what was on the bottom of the deck, you guys. You are swimming in gold and magic and sunshine and leprechauns. And I don't know why there's rats up in there, but I don't care. You're the fox. You can eat them if you want. Look at this card. It's crazy. I don't think I've analyzed this card. So like his tail's on fire. I'm loving that. A lot of readers really analyze them, but I just get verbal messages because I'm going so fast. Look at that. He's just popping out of the fox. So instead of a wolf in sheep's clothing, he's a little boy in a fox clothing. That's so cute. It's like the opposite, right? Like, I may look fierce, but I'm really a little golden-hearted child. And I got some rat friends. So you guys, you're shining high like the beautiful beings you are. Your light is bright. You don't care about bottom feeders or any of that garbage, because you have big fish to fry. And I'm excited. You're going to do it beautifully. Feel an abundance, the rich. Keep pulling that in, because your manifestation is crazy. Write down what you want, because it's coming in. Your ships are coming in a really big way. You're in a time of renewal, and you're taking it easy. You're dialing it down a little bit. You're grounding out. You're realizing, when I'm present and aware of what's going on, I don't have to burn myself out. I don't have to set myself on fire to keep other people warm, right? And that's a lesson I kind of needed to learn when I was younger. I was always like doing a lot of things for people, and it wasn't super great for my mental state, because once you start doing that, then people just expect you to do stuff for them. It's really kind of wild, where you're like, I need a break too, right? It's like we're all human. So let's see what's going on. I'm going to get your next cards. So let's see what's going on for number 3. I'm sorry. Oh, also, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. And there's some full moon special spots left too, you guys. If you want to come in, you can just email me. Ask me what it's all about. I actually do your reading tonight. So that's what we have going on. You have, what are you looking at? Fear, worry, trust. Something wild. This is interesting. Now I want to get an overarching energy with this to see what's going on. Okay, cool. All right, so you're the decision maker in this, and this is somebody else that you're going to help. Because look, this is a new thing. So what are you looking at? You have a very defensive friend or coworker, and you're going to be helping them or family member with this. Your insight's going to be brilliant. So let's first go over what your energy is in your heart space and where you're coming from. So you definitely have this beautiful Ace of Swords moment where you're going to rectify any situation that needs rectifying. You're going to be like Merlin for your friends for emotional intelligence. People are going to be coming to you left, right, and center. All of a sudden, you have this brilliant flash where your perspective is amazing because you're grounded, you're feeling good, you're able to take away defensiveness and talk to your friends and say, listen, this isn't really the case. You know, and this is how you're going to be able to explain it. And I really love this is I feel like you're going, you should only believe what you hear with your own ears, see with your own eyes, and touch with your own hands. I never listen to gossip or anything that goes through the grapevine because the grapevine gets murkier as it goes on, right? So you're just going to be able to warrant these beautiful, explicit responses that make a lot of sense to people. And your thought process is just like stellar. It's amazing. It's like you're taking a breath and you're pausing and you're not caring who's listening or what's going on. It's like you're just in your element. You're so strong. And I feel like if you go into any social events, it's like you're going to be the center of attention because you're like this flash of brilliance. You just have these great ideas because you do genuinely care. That's what it is. You probably have a lot of light working abilities and probably are a healing presence to other people as well. Look at this gigantic heart. I love it. And you're going to be able, I feel too that you're a unique spirit in the world. You probably dress like you love fedoras and funny things. And, you know, you really like to dress up and have some flamboyance and maybe some tattoos and fun hair colors and stuff. And every once in a while you may get a little defensive. I do because I know I go with my glory and my whims and I just dress however I want. And every once in a while I'll get a second look and I'm like, look here, bitch, this fedora is sick and these boots are out of this world. I mean, you guys see me on my videos. You know, if I'm walking around sometimes with blue hair and all my stuff, and I get that, like, I live next to the wealthiest town per capita in the entire country in Darien, and I feel like a lot of them, and I don't ever want to be demeaning, but I do feel like they all look the same to me, and I freak out. Everybody has these beige quilted jackets, these black boots, and people start to look almost like doppelgangers, and it freaks me out. So you just go there, and every once in a while it's like, you know, you get all these things and I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't go to the sale at LLB and get all the clothes. But it's like, I like to dress, and I sometimes have some things that are resplendent and fur-like and shiny and all this stuff. But I like to have fun. So we all get to that spot, right? But we don't need to react. If we have the hairy eyeball for somebody, who cares? Now, this is where you're going to come in the biggest help me for your friends. Some of your friends or family members have this weird fear. They have a fear of abandonment. They have a fear of trust issues. Their trust issues right now. Their wariness. Some of them are in new relationships, and you're going to help them because they're like, I don't know, he or she is not texting that often. They're doing this. I feel like they're very skeptical of a situation that might be to great benefit of them. So you're going to help them through that. You're really going to be great. Your perspective is amazing. I love that. Yeah. And look, you also have the Justice card. Crazy. This is why your intuition is Mad Max beyond Thunderdome right now. Like, honest to goodness, you're piecing things together like an absolute genius. Like, you just get it now. You're tapped in, grounded, and connected. And I feel like this is your time of year too. You love gifts, you love celebrating, you love seeing family, so you're amped up, and it's like you have an extra circuit or gear shift in your head that's like you just go into overdrive and you understand what the right thing to say at the right time, the right thing that's going to benefit somebody. Again, and it comes from a spiritual component. It comes from being grounded, asking for help, looking for signs, reading the synchronicities, and knowing, again, it's almost like the Fool card. We're divinely guided and protected. And when we feel that, don't you feel a sense of soothing, a sense of balance, a sense of calm? And you really are in an elevated, beautiful, elegant state where you're receiving these messages. You are super highly protected. I feel this group too. You have angels and entities around you that no harm is going to come to you. So if you ever feel like you're in a precarious situation, just call on them and just be like, help protect me. Like yesterday, I was noticing people were driving very erratically after the snow. So I always ask Archangel Michael for help, and I felt it immediately, and I felt the calm, and it was really beautiful. But your overall energy is supersonic, spiritual guidance. You being able to tap into that, help other people around you. Your perspective is phenomenal. The way you're thinking is just like crystalline clear. And it's funny, again, you're monitoring your considerations for other people, how much time you give to them. You know, you're an advocate for the right groups, and You might be joining some associations. You're having home applications with these good ideas. So you're streamlining things. You're cutting waste. I don't know why with this group, but I keep hearing, I have to keep throwing these out. So somebody's buying a bunch of stuff like fruit or something, and then you end up having to throw it out and it's pretty expensive, and you're just not into that. People aren't putting lids on things or chip clips or things like that. And you're going to implement these things in your home, and you're going to feel better, because waste is waste. And I feel like we know that, and it's just one of those things that go to the back of our head and it starts to bother us. But you're implementing all these smooth steps that rectify all these little tiny aggros and make things better and make things calmer for yourself. And you're disregarding any, again, low vibrations. Your light is like a beacon for other people. So, it's like, very shortly, if this hasn't already happened for you, you can honestly ask yourself that question: if I could be anybody else in the world for the rest of my life, would it still be me? And you're going to be able to answer yes, because you're stepping into a beautiful sense of self and balance, where you've worked hard to get where you are, and you wouldn't give that away to somebody else. You want to relish and be part of that and have more magic come to you. So beautiful, group 3. If you're new to my channel, congratulations. You have some major stellar energy. Come over to my Instagram and come win your coin. I know what I'll do too. I'm always like, I'll have 3 winners, then I'll have 6 winners, then I'll have 9, then I'll just have 12. But I'm going to do at least 3 a week for a couple weeks, and then just play by ear and make sure I can do mail outs and all of that and keep on top of things. And thank you for ordering my Etsy jewelry and stuff. I'm doing like fun jelly bean colors now. Come check out my shop. Thank you for your support. And you guys, I get my merchandise out the day you order it. If it's not at night, I get it out in the mail to you that day. And if you live in the same country, you get it in 2 to 3 days. So if you're buying gifts or whatever, I don't sit on it or laze about. I make sure you get your stuff so you can wear it and be dazzling. So love and light to you guys. All my links are down below.